my mind. She said she'd get here sometime today, and I know when she gets here, she'll never have to go away. And every day, oh, it'll be like a holiday. Oh, when my baby comes home. That was my mama's jam, and she would play that all at William Bell. Every day will be like a holiday when my baby comes home. But now my Uncle Bubba, who had been sipping Canadian Club since early that morning, would put on his favorite record. And we kids we really hated it, because we wasn't really into blues, you know. Blues was kind of like then for me, was the kind of stuff that the old folks listened to. But it didn't really matter, because my uncle would start playing that song till about noon. And we had one of those Magnavox, you know, with the record changer, so the thing just kept dropping down, playing again. And it'd be like, you know, how that song goes? How that song goes? That was it. Merry Christmas, babe.
Oh, yeah.
Sure look good to me. Well, you know, I ain't had a drink of liquor, but I'm all lit up like a Christmas tree. That's what I'm talking about, Christmas in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Now, we kids hated that record, because we had to hear it over and over again. And you know how it is when you're a kid, you can go over there and look at the Magnavox, and that record is just spinning over and over again. And you want to reach out and touch it. Now, you see, I was an only child, so whenever I reached out and touched it, they knew exactly who to call. You know, when I reached out and touched it, it was like, Robert! One day I was, you know, listening to that record, and I reached out and touched it. It was like, Merry Christmas, babe. Sure look good to me. I do nothing, Mom. I do nothing, Mom. It was cool. Now, while that record was playing, there were all the smells that went with Christmas. Mama in the kitchen cutting up greens. I mean collard greens, and she'd mix them up with a little mustard, you know what I'm saying? Boil the ham hocks and put the collard greens in on top of that, man. There was also the smell of sweet potatoes. Mama gonna turn that into some pie. That's what I'm talking about. And then the night before Christmas, she's working on that turkey, working on that ham. And there was one more smell. If you was black, it was a little bit different. That was the smell of chitlins. For those of us uninitiated with chitlins, those are intestines of a hog. And I know folks would drive 50 miles to get a good plate of chitlins. I think that tradition came somewhere from slavery, you know what I'm saying? I can imagine the guy who owned the plantation saying, we're going to have a couple of hams, we're going to have some bacon, and John, you get the head, the feet, the tail, and the chitlins. All those smells, cooking on New Year's, on Christmas Eve. And then there was that other thing. That was that thing about wanting to go to sleep on Christmas. It's so hard to go to sleep on Christmas night. Mama kept coming in threatening you. If you don't go to sleep, Santa Claus ain't gonna come. I wanted Santa Claus to come because I'd have Santa Claus for exactly what I wanted. I wasn't like it is now. All the kids want cell phones and all kinds of cellular devices. Back when I was growing up, kids wanted useful things like baseball gloves. Maybe you wanted a bicycle, which gave you all the independence that you would need. Or maybe that was that one year when I wanted a Johnny 7. You guys remember Johnny 7? Johnny 7 was the toy that was meant specifically for boys. It was designed to get you ready for the American military. It was 7 guns in one. You had the rifle, the cap gun, you had the machine gun, the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, and then you had the sniper rifle. That got all of them in there. And you was ready for whatever might jump off. I wanted a Johnny 7, and my little cousins, they all wanted baby dolls. It was beautiful, man. I was sitting there waiting all night to see if Santa Claus was going to bring me that Johnny 7. And Mama said, go to bed, boy, go to bed. And I'd be in the bed, and it seemed like about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd hear somebody doing something I never heard them doing before. They'd be up in the attic going, and I'd say, Mama, somebody in the attic. She'd say, shut up, boy, go to bed. If you don't go to sleep, Santa Claus won't come. No matter what I tried to do, looked like I couldn't get to sleep. About 3 o'clock in the morning, finally, I think I drifted off to sleep. Because I had to get up at 6. Tell Mama what Santa Claus had brought me. And for some reason, Mom was tired. I don't understand. Uncle Bubba was fine, though. Just sort of sitting in the chair with that little stupid look on his face, having drunk the better part of a pint of Canadian Club. And then I said, Mama, look what I got. I got a Johnny 7. And she said, ooh, baby, that's nice. And all the little girls, they got their baby dolls. Now, there was another ritual with Christmas, and I don't understand. But as soon as the girls got the baby dolls, the first thing they wanted to do was to take the clothes off and restyle the hair. So, consequently, by Christmas night, all the baby dolls looked like they had been through the war. All the baby dolls buck naked. Some of them with no arms. Ah, Christmas in Detroit. And Barbie, poor Barbie, I think she went on a date with G.I. Joe, and the date went bad. Poor Barbie looked pretty bad on Christmas night. But that's okay. When you looked at your parents, and they had gotten together, put their pennies together, my mother, I know my mother was a single mother, and I think, I don't want to tell no lie on her, I think she hit the number. I don't mean the lottery, I mean the number. And I think that's the way I was able to get that Johnny 7. And my mother would sit there with that little look on her face. My Uncle Bubba sitting there with that little buzz look on his face. And next thing you know, they would go over to the Magnavox stereo and put on their favorite record. Merry Christmas, babe. Sure look good, sure look good, sure look good.